weatherman, the apocalypse of snow is coming. We're looking at, they said anywhere from 0 to 74 inches. I went and bought some tractor chains today, and I'm gonna put them on the tractor and let's see how it works. I drive a 4044m John Deere, and maybe it'll help you out. Supposed to be a big ass snowstorm coming. I went and bought new tractor chains. A couple years ago, you remember I tried to make some and those didn't work worth shit. So I decided I'm gonna go buy some. Let's get those put on today. You can already hear it. My brother's sitting there in his chair going, "You shouldn't just start that tractor up and drive it that quickly. You should let her warm up. You idiot." So when I bought my tractor, I bought it with the R4 tires. I didn't really choose, I don't know. They just came with it and I thought they looked okay. That's what was on my 2025R. What I've come to learn about the R4 tires is they're not really good at ag and traction, and they're not really good at turf. So they're kind of shitty on both fronts. But they're really, really bad on snow and ice. So a couple years ago, I drove down to the bottom of our hill to push snow, and I got stuck there and had to hook up a bunch of chains to get my tractor back to the top of the hill, pulling, with my truck. So then I had this great idea. Instead of spending all that money on chains, I'll make my own. And I did okay. I used clearly the wrong size chain, but I didn't know that then. I just know that now. There's like the 3/16 at Menards, and all these like connector pieces, the screw-on tight link, those broke just like immediately. So I wasn't really able to use those. So I considered going to, I watched more videos, like, well, maybe I'll take another crack at it. I have a welder now, I could just make my own. And then the weather report changed, and it sounds like we're gonna get a blizzard here in maybe the next 72 hours. So a blizzard in the next 72 hours isn't the end of the world. But on the flip side, I'm busy and I don't have a lot of extra time to mess around with tire chains and things of that nature. And it isn't that I don't have time to mess around. What I don't have time to do is to be wrong. So that's why I got on the old interweb this morning and I found a place just 20 minutes up the road, Cedar Rapids Tire. And I ended up getting a pair of Aquiline MPC chains. My tire size is 440/80-24, and those cost $760-ish. Now online they were supposed to be $825, so I'm not going to complain. And then on the front tires, I know everyone says don't get front tire chains, but when those other ones that I made worked, it was almost impossible to turn because I was on ice. So I also got Roadmaster 8mm for the 260/70-16.5. Now, I've not even opened these out of the bag or anything like that. So altogether, I guess I spent about $1,250, which is a shitload of money. But if it works, I guess it's gonna be worth it. I haven't even opened these bags yet. Let's do that now. Also, this can't take all day. I only brought 2 beers out to the barn with me. So these Aquiline MPC, the MPC stands for multi-purpose chain. Each come in a bag like this. So after I laid out what I just bought, that's the pattern. Now I would say right now these are upside down, because if you look at these, it's more than just a chain link. Each of these links has this flat piece on it, and I think the purpose of that is to prevent your chain from rolling. This might give you a little bit better view what this looks like up close, with all the straight edges. And again, what I thought I read is that should prevent, if this wants to roll, it'll prevent that. I don't know, we'll see. So I think there's techniques to do this easier. I just manhandle them up there and get them in place. Then what I do is I jack the tractor off the ground just a little bit, just enough so the tire can roll. And then I just spin them on. I know what you're thinking, well, you spun them around the back side. I'll just slide it underneath. So I certainly think I need some zip ties to tie these loose ends up. I think these are probably way too loose, to be honest. I think the internet, what I've seen other people do is a lot tighter than that, but I don't really know how to make them tighter than that. We may have to pause and do some thinking here. Maybe to get some of the slack out of here is where these things come in. The rubber tire chain adjuster extravaganza. Oh. How about one of these bad boys, huh? So maybe, let's put this on. Okay. Now we're... I mean, I gotta zip tie this up somewhere. Are we good? Is that all it takes? I know based on the old internet, like right here is pretty tight, right here is pretty loose. I think I'm gonna put the other set of chains on, and we'll drive quickly down the driveway and back up, and we'll just see where things sit then. Oh, this is usually when some asshole comes online and says, "You're an idiot, you should go kill yourself, you don't know what you're doing with the tractor, get off the internet." I just want to let you know, hey, thanks for the views, buddy. I appreciate it. So I'll probably go get some wire to chain up these turnbuckles so they don't pop loose, not that they would, but just in case. I'll probably cut some of these off. There was a couple other things, I think it was just finger tight. I'll go tighten those down, but for the most part, I don't know if I did it right, but that's the way I did it, and that's the way it's going to be done. We're not going to adjust anything else until we need to. We just drove down the hill and back, and it looked like it was ripping up the gravel just fine. So, yeah, another day, another dollar. We'll work on the front ones. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Consider subscribing if you like videos like this. We'll catch you next time.